What's going on, y'all? We're doing scouting today. I got my sister with me, and we're gonna come out here, see if we can't locate some of these deer. Start getting the pattern on them. Got a spider on me. We are out here in central Alabama on public land, trying to pinpoint these deer. We got some places that we scouted in years past that have produced for us with killed deer from those particular areas. So we're going to hit those spots, hit a bunch of new ones, and start getting some stand size picked out, and hopefully a couple trees. That way we can come back in here in a couple more weeks and do a little bit of trimming if we need to. So what are some of the things that I look for when trying to pick out stand locations or places to hunt? Me personally, I love hunting funnels and saddles. One of these spots we're going to this morning is a perfect little funnel. On the east side, you have a cliff, and then about 60 yards across to the west, you have another cliff. And it's on the edge of a hill, and at the base of this hill, there is a pine thicket. So these deer bed down there in that pine thicket, come up that hill, right through that funnel, to where they can get up here on these flats and feed on all the acorns and foliage. So I love picking out spots that have that narrow gap, that narrow window that these deer have to travel through to get to their food source. They move from their bedding to their food, and if you can find water, then you've got the perfect triangle right there. All right, y'all, just got to the first area, and I don't know if it's kind of hard to see, but there's a trail that runs through here that these deer, like I said, they're coming up out of this thicket down here below, and we've got the west side cliff over here, probably about 40 yards or so from me. And so this is good. We're already seeing a trail coming through here. This was not really used as much last year. So basically what we're going to do here is I found the area that I like in this little funnel area, and I'm going to make a mock scrape here, and then we're probably going to pick a tree probably about 30 yards that direction. That way I can shoot both sides of the gap. From what it looks like, these deer are using really the west side of this cliff a decent bit, but they're also coming up of one of the main trails, fire lanes, coming up on the east side. So I want to be able to get shots on both sides. So I want my stand placement to be, like I said, somewhere there in the middle, and we'll get to that in a minute. But real quick, we're going to make this mock scrape, and that way hopefully we can get these bucks starting to use it and frequent through this area. Got a mock scrape down. We've been looking for trees to set up in, and we've got some trees that would be perfect. The problem is they're not big enough. Basically, we boiled it down to this pine tree right here is gonna be one of our better options. Okay, so up top you've got plenty of cover all around you to break up your silhouette. Right here is gonna be the area that's the most open. We got plenty of gaps we can shoot to. We can shoot the fire lane that direction, and then that cliff is going to be about, from right here is probably about 45 yards or so to our west over there. And that's also, we put our mock scrape that general direction. So this is going to be our best bet. We're going to look at this tree probably for opening day. Now we're going to move on. We've got several more spots we're going to hit. We've already walked probably about 3/4 of a mile just to get to this spot, so we got a lot more walking to go. this is going to be more of a rifle setup. It's really open. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It's really open all the way through here. Start sloping down. Again, it's another funnel. We've got cliffs on the left and right side, and we've got about a 100-yard gap or so of area that goes down towards a creek. Just like I said earlier, find your 3 main sources: food, water, and bedding. I briefly touched on that earlier, but if you can find those 3 sources, that's going to increase your chances significantly of being able to cut these deer off when they're heading to one or the other. We're going to keep on, where's my walking stick? There we go. We're going to keep on pushing forward. Actually, we're following a deer trail right here, going up through here. I actually just noticed that. We just walked right across it. So hey, that's why you got to get out here and walk. Get out here and do your scouting. Otherwise, you're never going to know where these trails are, where these deer are moving. And when it comes time for season to start, you're going to have a lot better chance of getting on these deer, knowing their potential routes that they're taking. What's happening, y'all? Out here, day 2 scouting. Got my brother-in-law with me today. Spider. Got my brother-in-law with me today.
What up?
We're out here scouting for deer. So far, we've seen 2 decently sized bucks, and just had another deer blow at us over here across the creek. What we're doing today is following along this creek, looking for deer sign. And in the past, I've had a lot of deer, specifically bucks, bedded down on the edge of this creek. So I'm gonna get back here, see what kind of sign we got, and try to set up a spot for bow season. All right, y'all, we gotta cross the creek. We're gonna see how this goes down. Oh, you're gonna fall, bro.
Oh no! I've never seen a praying mantis swim. He doesn't look happy about it. Alright, let's do it.
Yep, you're going for a swim. Shake your legs.
Oh shit.
Dang it. He made it. Anytime you get a big bend in a creek, those deer like to get up in there because they feel safe. They can sit there on the edge of the creek. They can look back where they came from, and they can escape across the creek if need be. Or if they've got something coming from the opposite side of the creek, they can hightail it back where they originally came in at. So we're looking for acorn trees. We just found some a while ago. Acorns. Look, here we go. They're already starting to drop, which is crazy. These are pretty premature, but they're all over the place. So we've got acorn trees. I didn't know what that was. Thought someone was crawling down my neck. We got acorn trees all along this creek that we're walking down right now. So good sign. All right, y'all. You can see here's the creek right through here, and it actually loops around. It's a big bend. We got a trail right through here along the edge of it, 10 yards off the creek. So we're gonna get up here and see if we can't pick us a tree out. All right, y'all, so we just set up our first spot, found a good tree to climb. I jumped a big buck out here last year and never got a chance to come back here and hunt him again. So we put up a camera, gonna see what's coming through here. I did find some pretty decent buck tracks as well. So
butt cracks or buck tracks?
yes, both.
Okay.
Buck cracks and buck tracks. We saw both, believe it or not, and y'all will see that later in the video. Well, probably the hunt video later this year.